Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the vlog. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day, and yes, I am showing off the cool transformation of the C8 70th anniversary edition with the hardtop convertible. And in today's video, we are going to go over what I paid for this car, what I got for the 2022 C8R for trade-in, and people are probably going to be surprised at what number I ended up agreeing to, as well as go over my monthly payment and insurance for this 2023 HTC. I think a lot of people tend to find this information informative and helpful, and I like making these videos. I made it with my 2020 C8, I made it with the 2022 C8, so it's only fair that I make it with the 2023 C8 Corvette to put that information out there for somebody. And I know I promised this video sooner, but it has been raining for like 11 or 12 straight days. This is honestly the first sunny day we've had in a really long time, and it's not a bad thing because we can now put the ocean right behind the car as a nice backdrop to accentuate the video and make the visuals a little bit better to offset my tingy voice. I feel like I'm on an earnings call right now, but a forward-looking statement. I do plan on making a video still about all the analytics and how much money the YouTube channel has made me. It's taking a little bit longer than I would have liked because I have to put some graphics together and put some charts and some metrics together, but I have been chugging away at that in the background, so I hope to have that video out pretty soon. Additionally, some very sad information about the red 2020 C8 Corvette. I'll make a full dedicated video about that, so stay tuned. That car started this channel. That car really set off this channel. The Raptor actually started it, but the C8 got it monetized and really gave me a platform that each and every single one of you subscribers has been supporting till now. But yeah, so let's dive into what the price of the C8 is. So right off the bat, this is a 2023 C8 Corvette, which is the 70th anniversary edition. And every C8 for 2023 gets some shout out and plaque for the 70th anniversary, but this is the specific 70th anniversary that comes with some added benefits. One of which the camera will never capture, is the metallic flake in this beautiful carbon flash metallic that's complemented with forged wheels with a nice little red outline, and combined with honestly one of the best interiors I've had so far in a C8. The red stitching, the Alcantara suede everywhere, including the full dash wrapped in Alcantara with this 70th anniversary package, is truly phenomenal. And I'll quickly just throw up the window sticker right here. You can see it starts at $83,150 for a 3LT HTC. And then you have the traditional $6,345 for the Z51 Performance package. That number has ticked up pretty much every year and with every Corvette that we've bought on the channel. And the big thing is the 70th anniversary is a $5,995 option that comes with the torch red seat belts, the edge red calipers, the 20-spoke carbon flash painted wheels, which are forged aluminum, and then the 70th anniversary set of travel bags, which I'll throw a picture up on the screen. I don't have the travel bags here with me. They're pretty generic in terms of something you can buy if you don't get this particular model. You can get those bags from the accessory parts for $1,500. And without a doubt, those bags are way too rich for my blood to actually use, so I'm just going to hold on to them for now and either pass them on to the next owner or sell them if I end up keeping this car for a long time. Additionally, the 70th anniversary edition comes with this little like roll mat right here, which is supposed to roll out and go over the spoiler, either the low or the high wing, to help protect the rear end from scratches when you're loading luggage in and out. I will say one thing I don't like about the HTC is there's no grab handle here. You don't want to put your fingers on the paint really, and so I tend to grab it with this handle and then bring it down, and then it auto retracts in. So specifically, the 70th anniversary comes with those bags and that roller protector accessory that are both dealer installed options. You also get special caps for the wheels that are 70th anniversary, so they say 1953 to 2023 to commemorate all the heritage of the Corvette brand. Now, the edge red calipers on a 70th anniversary are very rare because, as many of you that have been following the channel are keeping up with Corvette information, the plant that makes the edge red engine cover and the edge red calipers did unfortunately have a burn down fire, making the edge red a very, very limited color option for the 2023 model year, specifically on the 70th anniversary packages. We'll find out at the end of the year, but I can only imagine a couple hundred C8 70th anniversary cars have been made with the edge red calipers. And last but not least, this car does have the mag ride suspension for $1,895, making the total MSRP with $1,395 destination coming in at $98,780. So let's just say $99,000 is the MSRP for this car. And real quick, the backstory on the car is somebody backed out of this order. They had it spec, they had it ordered, it arrived, and for whatever personal reasons, they ended up not following through with it. And so, you know me, I showed up at the dealership as soon as it became available and ended up buying it. In terms of traded numbers, I did end up actually paying over MSRP for this car, but I'll explain my logic real quick. They gave me exactly what I paid for the C8R, and so they originally wanted $10,000 over for this car, but because I was giving them my used 2022 C8R, which realistically retails for 10, maybe 15 over MSRP, they ended up knocking this thing down to $2,000 over MSRP and gave me what I paid for the other car. And as many of you know, I could technically order this car from the dealer that I bought my C8R from, but then I would have to wait for the car, and the way I looked at it was $2,000 over sticker reset a 7,000 miles 2022 to a 0 mile 2023. In terms of insurance, you can see vehicle 1 is the 99 F350, vehicle 2 is the TRX, and vehicle 3 is the 2023 C8 Corvette. We can do a little 3-for-1 special. As you can see here, the F350 is $549, the TRX is $1,012, and the C8 Corvette is $1,237. And so that means this car is about $150 more for insurance than the 2022 C8R, which makes sense because it's a $6,000 higher MSRP, and the HTC is a little bit more expensive on resale to replace for insurance should this car get totaled or get into an accident. Repairs are more expensive. And so far, I'm truly loving this car. I don't see myself changing the Z06 to be a HTC though, because from a pricing perspective, unless I have to take the Z07 package off, as convenient as the HTC is, I don't want to add any more to the already highly optioned Z06 that I have on order. But if you are considering a Stingray and you are considering a coupe, if you are driving the C8 daily, I think an HTC is an absolute must option. For me, since I am dailying the F350 and this car is more for the channel and more for the content and the car shows and the brand exposure for this YouTube platform, I don't really maximize the practicality of the HTC. And in terms of pricing, yes, I did go $2,000 over MSRP. I ended up getting MSRP for the C8R, as I mentioned. And the way I looked at it is for $2,000 over sticker, I'm able to reset my odometer by 7,000 miles that the yellow car had, as well as move up a model year. So it really didn't make sense to say no to that. And if you look at this car is way higher option and way more refined than the C8R. The metallic flake that the camera can't really capture in this paint is truly phenomenal. I love the wheels, I love the calipers. I'm just a huge fan of this layout and the finish on the wheels, making the brake dust much harder to clean than the gloss black. The fit and finish on the interior with the door panel is truly phenomenal, all Alcantara. A commemorative 70th anniversary plaque for the door sill, and these seats are really fantastic. They are another set of GT2s like the last two Corvettes, but the color pattern and scheme and stitching on this are way more spot on. And even the Alcantara on the steering wheel, the full dash is Alcantara soft touch, and this portion is Alcantara soft touch, which the C8R did not have that portion in Alcantara. So the fit finish of this car overall is a huge improvement. And I could have ordered this car for MSRP from the dealer that I bought the yellow car from, but I would have had to wait several weeks or months for the car to come in because of the edge red calipers causing a constraint on the 70th anniversary edition. And in terms of my monthly payment, it's $875 for the monthly payment on the car. And I did stretch the payment a little bit longer than I normally do, from 60 months to 72 months. And the reason I went with that change is mainly because if you're looking to buy a house or you're looking to finance anything, right now banks are very tight on lending and interest is very high. With an $875 a month payment, I still plan to throw $1,200 or $1,400 at the car every month. But the reason why I panned it out is at 4.75% interest. The interest rate didn't change between 60 months and 72 months, and so if the interest rate is consistent, I prefer to finance over longer intervals. So my debt to income ratio to a bank, if I'm looking at buying a house or I'm looking at buying any portion of real estate or a rental property, whatever the case may be, the bank's going to look at that 875 as a debt against my credit. So if I go finance a car for 36 months or 48 months, I can still throw money at it on a 36-month scale. But if I push the payment schedule 72 months, I'm only giving myself an advantage to the bank because they're only going to ding my debt to income ratio for the 875. That's my minimum payment amount. And so just a little tip, I'm not a financial advice channel. That's just a little trick that I like to pull to give myself more flexibility. For some people, debt is a liability. For some people, debt is a tool. So I'm all in favor of the people that like to buy their cars in cash with no payment, but I operate a little bit differently with where I am in life. And so that's just a little trick that I like to use. And so now for the sad reality of things, I've been going back and forth on what I want to do with this car. I do love the car. I think it's fantastic, but there's two big issues. I didn't spec this car. I'm not a huge fan of black cars. This car is very hard to keep clean. And I didn't ceramic coat it because I was hopeful that the Z06 would show up sooner, but right now it looks like I might not even get a Z06 at all for the entire 2023 model year. Because being truly real and honest, General Motors has already picked their winners and losers for the C8 Z06. They're only building about 391 to 400 known C8 Z06s from now till January, which is about 40% through the 2023 production year. So if they only end up building about 2,000 C8 Z06s on the high side for 2023, it's safe to say I probably won't get a C8 Z06 until maybe fall of next year. And as much as I love having this car, I kind of want to try something different between now till then. So I'm honestly thinking of selling the car at the end of November. Because as many of you know, I don't have a garage. So in the winter, this car is either going to be sitting outside, I'm renting storage, or I'm borrowing storage from friends or family. And so I don't really see a point of holding on to this car because I'm not that attached to it. I didn't spec it. And like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the exterior presence of this car. It's stealthy, it's cool, it looks really good. But here where I am in New England, there's a solid 4 months where I can't do anything with the car anyways. And if I'm not getting the C8 Z06 until maybe fall of next year or even later after that, then I want to try out an Audi R8 or maybe a Lotus Evora GT, some other cool performance exotic car, just to mix things up on the channel a little bit. But now going into my third C8 Corvette, I want to try something a little bit different. And so I'm going to explore some of my other options with the Z06 pushed back as far as it seems it will be. And so quickly to recap, we now know what my monthly payment is, we now know what the insurance on this car is, we now know what I paid for this car as well as what I got for the C8R. Overall, this deal was a big win for me. I think I'm happy with where the numbers are. Let me know in the comment section below if you think I made a good deal, if I made a bad deal. So that is all the information that I have for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a big old thumbs up. If you have not already, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And as always, until the very next video, I look forward to seeing all of you in the comment section below.